So you have a young lady that was speaking out against, baby mama culture, and that in itself has really harmed our community. It's taken away, the family structure in a lot of ways. And this one young lady is calling this out, but she was, attacked, not by the brothers, but let's go ahead and review it.
Recently posted on Twitter to stop preaching single motherhood to black girls, and so many black women came for me when I posted it on Instagram.
Why would you come for her? Did she say that was wrong to come for her on? I'm trying to figure that out, but let's continue.
I'm not gonna lie, they bullied me into deleting it, and they had me think that what I said was wrong, but no.
So you bullied the woman? You bullied the young lady, and it's a young woman. You bullied her to take a video down for saying something that's actually correct.
No, what I said was extremely valid. Baby mother culture has our community in a chokehold. I said I'm not having a baby unless it rings on my finger, and a lot of black women told me, oh, a ring doesn't mean anything, which is
because they can't obtain a ring. That's why it doesn't mean anything to them. That's why. See, this young lady actually has principles about herself. She's saying, listen, I don't want to bring a life into this world unless I have a husband that's going to help me raise my child, a father that's going to help me. Then I'm not out here by myself. Look at all these winter storms that's going on right now. Especially you look at what's happening in Buffalo. I mean, it's crazy what's happening in Buffalo right now. When you have a man, things go a whole lot different. Not to say you can't avoid a winter storm, but when you got that backup, it makes a big difference versus when you are by yourself. Any woman that sits up here and say a ring doesn't mean anything, it just lets you know she's not material in her mind to be anybody's wife.
True. However, a ring means financial stability. Secondly, the fact that many of you think it's more of a commitment to be married than to have a child is crazy to me. We gotta get ourselves out of this chokehold. Like black women to black women, let's talk. On top of that, how many black women are single mothers? It's usually the middle class, and how many of them are struggling? Being a single mother is not cute. And my mom was a single mother. She had 4 babies.
Okay, so she got to experience it. Her mom had 4 children. She had to go through some things. So she said, you know what? I don't want that life for myself. So when I decide to have children, I want to go ahead on and get me a husband. That's what I want. And then I want to spread this message because I'm a child of it. And instead of acknowledging what the young sister's saying, she's being attacked, which is so wrong because it shows the dysfunction in our community. Because we have a lot of dysfunction that has not been diagnosed as mental illness.
I was traumatized, okay? That wasn't fun. I remember those trips to the food stamp office, to the welfare office, to getting WIC and everything. I remember those trips, and trust me, I'm not going to traumatize my child.
Boom, just what I just said. She said, I'm not traumatizing my kid in the same manner I was traumatized sitting at the doggone food stamp office all day. Not having what I should have had as a child. Being teased because of some of the things I didn't have. That's smart. And why is she being ridiculed again? Shoot, y'all used the term shero. Why don't y'all call her a shero?
You were raised by a single mother who wasn't married. Why would you want to repeat the cycle? That is a cycle of poverty. If you don't want to get married, that's fine, but make sure you are financially stable. Financial stability is so important. A kid requires more than love. And some of y'all are selfish. Please start doing your research on some of our men, because if he has multiple baby mothers, what makes you different? Like, come on. Unlike some of you, I want our girls to succeed. I'm not going to sit here and tell little black girls, oh, being a baby mother is a flex, because it is not. Our women are struggling, okay? We need to.
Yes, a lot of them are struggling, and they're struggling so bad. Some of them, they are, self-deleting themselves. Let me use that term. Because of the struggle, what they're going through. It's not like it used to be. Well, back in the day, you can pay $500 for rent, pay a deposit, move in. I remember back in the day, you can pay a $250 move in special, you know, get an apartment. Now you got to make all this 3 times the rent. What single mother makes 3 times the rent? Even if the rent was $800, 3 times the rent, that's a lot of money. Then you got your car notes, because a lot of times people not buying cars, you know, cash no more like they used to. Cars getting more expensive. Everything's getting more and more expensive. And then you got children. It is not a flex to have children like that by yourself. It's not. If you want to have a flex, have a husband. That's to have a flex these days. Say, I don't have to be worrying about all that because my husband got it. Okay, if you work, hey, I'm assisting my husband. Like the Bible says that a woman's supposed to be a helpmeet. She's supposed to do it for you. And at the same time, you don't get with no doggone man that got 12 kids, 13 kids with different women. I don't care if it is Nick Cannon. Don't matter. It shows that he's not stable either. You get with one woman. Now, if he had 12 kids, a guy like Nick Cannon, if he had 12 kids with one wife, hey, I'm cool. You could have 30 kids with one wife. Knock yourself out. But if you just having multiple baby mamas, no, that's not good either, because his money, especially in America, gonna be spread thin because of the system. 50% of his money gonna be gone regardless about all them doggone kids. I said the same thing. I never wanted my children to just intentionally have children not being married. Now when I was born, you know, my parents were married up until about 8 years old or so, and then they got divorced. But you know, then they, you know, the co-parenting thing and all of that goes along with that, right? And those were issues, but still, you know, and I said that I would not have a child unless I'm married, and I never had any children unless I was married. I refused to make children out of wedlock. I just refused to. If I would never got married, I would have never had kids. I was that serious about that because I just felt it was wrong to be having some children as a man and I not being there every day, every night. I'm not there. No, that just wasn't a deal for me, just as a man. But you know, to be bullying this little sister here because she don't agree with baby mamaism, that's a bunch of dysfunctional women. But you know, yeah, let me know what y'all think what this young sister's saying, because she's 100% right. The baby mama thing is harming the black community, and the issue is it's a small pool of black men that's impregnating all these women. Very small pool. It's not the majority. It's a small pool. Okay, they impregnating these women. They having multiple children, and it's the same old. We know it as men. We know it, but yet all black men get blamed when the majority of black men don't even have children.